Shall we go to the ship, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, we could.
Man, we going to the ship.
We going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship.
Touchdown Tampa Bay. You're listening to the Pewtercast.
Welcome to the Pewtercast. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby. Going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. Just like I've been telling y'all all year long. Come on, folks. Come on, people. Brent Dax. I'm Brent Allen. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pewtercast Live. What's up, everybody? Come on now.
We're going 16-0 next year.
Oh, come on.
Where's the Super Bowl next year? I need to buy tickets.
Oh, man.
I said during this whole week leading up to this game, I'm like, I'm going to be uncomfortable for like 3 hours and it's going to be great. And then when Brady threw his third interception, I'm like, I'm really, really uncomfortable. And then they kicked a field goal and I was like, oh, okay, we win.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It all started with the coin toss. I'm like, oh, we didn't win. Oh, and they deferred. I'm like, ah, it's over.
Right? Oh my God.
But SMB got that pick, and then that was the right call to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
And then, but that, I was expecting maybe an 8-yard out and kick a field goal, but then Scott, I'm like, what just happened?
Right.
And then we come back and get another turnover and score on the first play.
Yeah.
And that was really it for the offense. Brady threw the interceptions, and the defense kept finding ways to stand up. They kept pressuring Rodgers off the edge and not letting, they were rolling out to get him time.
Yeah.
But then they were sending the corner, making him dump it to the flare guy for 5 to 7 yards, and they just weren't letting him throw it deep. And it was, they had to do what they had to do because, Whitehead and
Antoine Winfield Jr.
were out.
Yeah.
And it worked, man. And the pressure up front. Vita Vea, Jesus, man.
Oh my God. Welcome back, Vita Vea. Come on. Maui, you're welcome. Come on. You're welcome. G Vegas, thank you so much for the super chat. This is for you, Brent and Ren. He says, you've helped make it easier for out-of-state Bucs fans for these parts. Thank you, guys. G Vegas, you are certainly welcome. That is the case. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the sound is.
Yeah, what is that?
It might be, you know what? It's my phone. Everybody's texting me. That's what it is. 1,000 people are texting me is what's going on. Holy cow. Oh, welcome to the Pewtercast Live, folks. This is the premier Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan podcast, post-game, after party, call-in show, video live chat show. This is it. This is where you guys want to be. Welcome to the show. I'm Brent Allen. Ren just basically broke down the whole damn game, so we're just going to sit here and party for however long, because I don't know about y'all, but to be quite frank, I really want to go see this game that's on right now, or getting ready to start. Actually, I think it's kickoff's probably happening right now.
I'm going to stay live for the next 2 weeks.
Oh my God, Ren,
We going to the ship.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me.
True.
You just can't. And
I can hire somebody for next week or for 2 weeks from now. Get a knock on your door.
Oh my gosh, guys. The Bucs are going to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucs are going to the freaking Super Bowl. And it is a home game, baby. Not that a lot of Bucs fans are going to be in the stadiums anyway, but Whatever. It's a home game. Buccaneers freaking going to the Super Bowl. What in the world?
They gave like 5,000 tickets to first responders, like in hospitals.
Yeah.
So like they're all Bucs fans. It was local first responders.
Hey, listen. I'm just saying, my wife is a frontline COVID healthcare worker. Like that's what she does. She works with COVID patients every night of her life. Fully vaccinated, as am I. I'm just throwing it out there, folks. I'm just and if I get a phone call this week, Ren, or next week, I promise you I will not be doing this show next week. I don't think it's gonna happen. But
yeah, they already gave out the tickets, Brent.
No, they haven't given them all out yet. Have they?
You think I'm talking about to the frontline COVID workers? I think
they just announced that like this week, and like clubs are going to get to pick it and all that kind of stuff. That's going to come over these next 2 weeks. They haven't.
I thought it was just for Bucs fans. I thought it was just the Tampa Bay area.
No.
That's
it's 75. It's 7,500. A lot of them are going to get to go to Tampa Bay, Central Florida area, but all 32 teams are going to get to send people from their communities. So I'm not sure if they're going to evenly split it across the different communities or what. But I mean, holy cow! Daniel sends us in a super chat. Thank you so much, Dan. Dan. Been around since episode 1 and
huge contributor to the Collide app as well. He's there every game.
Yeah.
Called the turnover. Called the turnover at halftime.
In championship history. Oh my gosh. It is something. Ren, I'm just gonna open the phone lines, buddy. I'm just gonna open them up for everybody who wants to call in. It's 864-729-BUCS. It's 864-729-2827. I will also drop the link if you guys want to join us here in the video chat, as so many people have preferred to do here over lately, or use this link. Sorry, I'm literally doing it as I'm typing here. But I mean, my God, I can't ask, what did you think of this game? We all saw the game. We all knew what we thought of this game. We're all of us were sitting there just, oh my God. Like our hearts are just pumping with everybody. And it just, I mean, my God. Hey, we've got our first caller on. You're on with Brent and Ren for the Pewtercast Live. Who do we got here tonight?
This is Sean.
Sean, what's up, Sean? Talk to us.
What's up, man?
We go into the ship. We go into the ship. We go it. Come on. Somebody in there needs to go. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, come on, Sean. Tell it to us, son. Get live.
Oh. Holy shit, Brent! I told you I was going to call in, but I've been a bum the last few weeks. Finally did it. Oh my God!
Hey! Listen, at least you're here now. I ain't worried about the past 2 weeks. You're here now, and that's what counts, Sean.
Holy shit! I remember exactly where I was when the Bucs were in this spot last time.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I'm a mess right now. People are muting me on the phone.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh no, you're still here, Sean. Tell me about it, buddy. Tell me about it.
Oh, I'm here. I've been trying to take it easy on my Green Bay friends the last couple of weeks. I live in Tennessee now, grew up in Tampa. I'm a wreck right now. I don't even know what I want to talk about, but I'm just excited to be talking to you guys about this.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, here's what I want to know.
What we got?
Tom Brady throws that last interception. What's going through your head?
Man, for the first time all year, I was confident the defense had this.
I was too.
I just felt like they had.
I was too. I was looking at the clock.
The deep down Bucs fan in me, been getting kicked in the nuts for the last 15 years, wanted to be depressed and upset about it, but I just knew the Bucs defense was going to pull this out.
Yeah, look, this defense, I mean, I don't want to say that we gave the Green Bay Packers as many opportunities as they possibly could to score.
Yeah.
They just did. Our offense did anyway. Let's put it that way. The offense did. And I'll be real honest. Both punters got way more work this game than I thought that they were going to. I mean, way more. Yeah. One is way more than honestly I thought they were going to. But the defense held. You're like, he threw another interception. And then the defense would hold. And you're like, oh my God, like they didn't do anything with it. You're sitting and you're doing the math on it the whole time. Just going, man, it's too close. Aaron Rodgers could get you at any time,
It was too close.
Yeah. Yep. Sean, you got anything else for us? Because
Yeah,
I'm about to lay something down for everybody else out here.
No, I'll let you go, brother, but
All
I'm going to miss you. I'm excited that you get to go out on a Super Bowl appearance.
Hey,
good for you,
I'll take
Brent.
it.
And
thank you, man.
go Bucs.
Hey, listen, if it's not a Super Bowl championship, it's going to be an NFC championship, and that's the way I'm going to roll with it. Sean, thank you so much. I will say this. I know a lot of people want to get to this next game, myself included. So fortunate. I'm going to apologize for that noise. I'm going to try to keep that out.
Can you just turn that, just turn on silent?
It is, but
It's like we all have it. It's right up here.
I know. It may be. I don't know. I think it's on. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep everybody short tonight. All right. So call in, have your thing, talk, and then we're going to get out of here. I want everybody to call in. Everybody keep calling. That's cool, but we're going to try to move through everybody so that we can get out. I do want to give this two quick super chats from Lazy Couch Gamer. Says, greetings from Germany. I'm so effing happy. Go Bucks. Has been a fan since 1998. Me and Lazy Couch Gamer, you and I came at the same time, brother. Or sister. I'm not sure which one you are, but either way, we came in at the same time. High five. So thank you so much for that super chat. And good friend, longtime person here with the show, Kyle Driver, sends us in another super chat. Says, hope our safeties are healthy for the Super Bowl. Yeah, because I watched Levante David having to tell Andrew Adams what to do out there one too many times, especially this late in the season. I know he's not been playing that much, but still, holy cow. Holy cow. Brent, let's go to a video chat. Somebody who's chipped in, a guy who's been with us for the last couple of seasons, John Relios.
Hey,
us, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, Ren. Hey, Brent. I just can't believe it. Super Bowl, baby.
I know.
We're going to win the league. We're going to win, boys. We're going. I can't believe it.
Dance, John. Dance. Dance, John. There you go. I like it. Hey, I want to apologize to everybody listening to the audio feed of this later. You really need to watch the video for this one. Just saying.
Yeah, but I just can't believe it, man. First time I've witnessed the Bucs go to the Super Bowl, man. First time in my life.
You're that young, aren't you?
Yeah, 20.
Wow, yeah.
At the time they did do it, I was too young.
Right.
Yeah.
Congratulations, John. Buddy, listen, you've been a long-suffering fan, as have most of us. You've been a long-suffering fan. And this is it, buddy. This is the mountaintop. This is where we go.
The peak, but I just can't believe it, man. When this first happened, when Brady shined and stuff, I'm like, it could happen, but I'm like, don't put my eggs in a basket. We didn't, but hey, we did at the end, though. I can't believe it, and I'm just so happy, man. It's like every Tampa Bay team has gone to the finals of each and every championship.
Mm-hmm.
Brady, Lightning, and now Bucks. They have all gone to the finals,
and the Rowdies.
Oh yeah, true, and the Rowdies.
Yeah.
And I just can't believe it, man. I'm just so happy. The defense, they did its job. I'm so happy for that. The offense, yeah, it was excellent in the first half. Lights out. Second half needs to be worked on. But hey, who cares right now? Where's the celebrating at this point? I don't care. I can have all the rants I want, but I'm not going to do it because it's time to celebrate.
There you go. I love it, John. Hey, and kind of keeping one thing, I'm gonna clear you out here. We got a lot of people lining up to get in. But man, thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you next week with the Super Bowl. All right.
All right.
No, next week, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll be talking the next couple weeks. Go Bucs, baby. Go Bucs, John.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. All right. Hey, Ren. They're piling up, but we got a phone call. Who's our caller here? You're on the line with Brent and Ren for the Pewtercast Live.
What's up, guys? Scott from Miami.
Scott from Miami calling back in. What's up, Scott? Talk to us.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, guys. Oh, my God. My heart is still racing. Go Bucs. We're going to the freaking Super Bowl, man. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, buddy.
I said it last week when I called in after the Saints game. Probably Tom Brady. I mean, how much has he just changed this franchise in one season? I mean, it's incredible. And like the defense came up huge today. Of course, got a little nervous there in the second half, but I mean, I never thought we were going to lose with Tom Brady at the helm. I really didn't. I mean, I'm almost speechless, but I just had to obviously call in and say, unbelievable. It's been so long. We've been through so much as fans. And here we are. One man comes in and everything has changed. I mean, we got one more game to go. Brent, we are going to the ship, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I know you guys got a ton of people lining up, but I had to get my say in. Go Bucs. I can't wait for one more game. Love the show. Can't wait to hear what everybody else has got to say. And go Bucs.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Thanks, Scott. Thank you,
Go
Scott.
Bucs.
Go Bucs. Oh my gosh. Listen, they're piling up. You guys, look here. I'm going to drop this in here. You guys want to join the video chat? So many people are lining up. You can also give us a call. We'll take everybody kind of pretty much in the order that they come. Coming to us right here, all the way from Serbia, if memory serves. Marco, welcome back to the Pewtercast, buddy.
Thank you, guys. We are in Super Bowl again after 18 years, and I will be quick. I don't want to hold this line for everybody. Since I haven't called after a Saints game, I just want to put it out. For all the crap we took on Sean Murphy bunting during the season, he was magnificent in the last two games.
Yeah.
Now, props to him. And if you guys give swords and skulls again, thumbs up for Sean Murphy bunting. Yeah. And the other thing, I'm not from USA, and I hope you're not going to took this wrong, but congratulations to NFL and Buccaneers for giving tickets for COVID workers, for frontline workers with COVID. It's the right thing to do. Those guys are saving lives for the past year. So I tip my hat to them. And that's all I want to say. I know you have a ton of people and the other game is starting. So I want to cheer for the Allen and Bills.
There you go. Marco, before you go, how great would it be to watch the Bills and the Bucs go at it in the Super Bowl and watch Tom Brady rip the heart out of the Bills yet again?
Can you imagine 25 years they haven't won division? They finally got rid of Tom Brady, go to the Super Bowl, and here is Tom Brady waiting for them. That's like, I mean, that's cruel to them. They lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. You know, that would be cruel for them to lose again against Brady. But I would be cheering for Brady. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tough game either way. I think you spend
guys.
Super Bowl, and the Bills are a great team, but oh my gosh, you can't write it. You can't write the season any better than what they have it right now, Marco. Thank you so much, man, and we're going to talk to you real soon. As the Bucs are playing in the Super Bowl.
Good luck, guys. Go Bucs.
Thanks, Marco.
Thanks,
all
Marco.
the way from Serbia. Hey, let's keep the international chain going. We've got a caller all the way from Germany. Who's calling us here with the Pewtercast Live?
Boom, fellas, we're in the damn Super Bowl once again. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Can you believe it?
Let's go. Hey, I know this voice.
It's so fitting.
There we go.
It was so fitting that it was the defense that won this game for us today. I mean, really, they did it for us, you know, when we went to the Super Bowl the last time, and now the defense stood up today when we needed them to, when the offense was sputtering a little bit, and they did their thing. So, you know, look, I'm the first to say I wasn't a big fan of Brady coming. I was wrong. I was wrong about all the moves they made. They did it. They did everything they said they were going to. Yeah. And this just goes to prove that Tampa really can have good things.
It can, and we can have it all in 1 year.
Yeah. In the worst year ever, Tampa's got it good.
But isn't that so Tampa that the year we do get to host the Super Bowl, that we have COVID and we can't fill the stadium?
Yeah, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Game?
I'm not. Yeah, it'll be like a normal game.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It'll be like a 2017 game. No. Yeah, but you know, I really don't want to focus on it this week. It's going to be said a lot, but you know, right now it's just you know, I need 2 things. I mean, like, well, what did you like about the game, Pete? And are we going to get a song this week? or in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, you know what? You guys will get a song. I happen to be doing a lot of stuff with the Army right now. Obviously around the world we're doing the COVID relief stuff, and it's a little bit crazy right now on the base. But we are going to have a song. And what did I love to say about the game? Honestly, I love seeing Vita Vea out there today.
Yeah.
I mean, he will probably get overlooked, and because he wasn't Shaq Barrett or he wasn't Adama Suh. But dude had his leg broken in October and was out there playing today in the championship game. That is insane. And it just goes to show you these guys were willing to do whatever it took to get to this next level. And with Brady out there on the defense, and dude, that pass to Scotty Miller to end the first half, I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, that seriously probably, I guess, would be the comparison to Rondé Barber's interception in Philadelphia, right? I mean, it's pretty much the same exact thing.
Well, I think you actually have to back up a couple of plays before that, because according to the reporter, the sideline reporter talking to Bruce Arians at the halftime, it sounded to me like it was Tom Brady who decided to go back out there for fourth down and go for it, which led to that Scotty Miller touchdown, right? That was Tom. I mean, Tom, they put the thing on Tom and he went, "Get this thing off me. I got work."
I saw Tom take out, like, he shrugged off his, parka. I'm like, we're going to fake it. And then he started like crossing the sideline. I'm like, oh no, we're going for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was something. And I just, oh my gosh, it was something, Pete. It was absolutely something, man.
Look, I will let you guys go. I know there's probably a billion people waiting to call and talk and get online and show their faces and everything. But look, I love you guys. Thanks for everything you guys do. You guys are awesome. And go Bucs. And you'll get a song this week. And holy crap, in 2 weeks, we're going to the Super Bowl. So
that's right.
Woo-hoo!
Listen, you
all right, man. You guys have a good night and go Bucs.
Thank you.
Go Bucs.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete. Oh my gosh, so much stuff happening here. Ren, I mean, I do want to say that just real quick. I mean, I'll get your take on this real quick. Vita Vea coming back in. Shaq goes out after not being shut down for the whole season, but listen, Shaq didn't have a great season. He had an okay season.
Lots of pressures, not a lot of sacks.
Not a lot of sacks. He gets 3 sacks today. JPP had 2.
Yep.
How much of a difference was Vita Vea in these other guys getting home?
He was bringing pressure, and there's, Troy Aikman brought the light to it one time where Shaq looked like he was shot out of a gun, and he was like a blink from being off sides.
Yeah.
But then Troy Aikman said, look, he had nowhere to go. And I'm going to be curious to go back and watch this game and to see how many times Vita Vea was on the field that when the sacks occurred, or when Aaron Rodgers had to get out of the pocket and made an incomplete pass, because, they used him like I was hoping they used him. He wasn't in there on first and second down. He wasn't in there to stop the run. They put him in there to push the pocket up the middle, and that's what he did, man. And Troy Aikman mentioned at one point, like, oh God, he's playing a lot more. I don't think he came out on the fourth and during the fourth quarter. Like every time I looked up, Vita was there. So
I noticed him sort of cycling in and out at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
I stopped noticing in the last half of the game, but I mean, yeah, Vita was all over the place. Real quick before we go take our next caller, Kyle Driver sends us in a super chat. Thank you so much again. Kyle says Evans needs to play better. Almost cost us the game. Look, I mean, we saw
a lot
Evans,
of people almost
Godwin
cost us the game.
Yeah, we saw Evans, we saw Godwin, both of them, having balls that they needed to be able to catch.
Tyler Johnson, like we could have scored on our second possession.
Yeah,
our second possession, maybe third. Yeah, Tyler Johnson dropped that ball, and if Mike doesn't drop that ball, then that pick doesn't happen because we're already down there, and the throw's not as long. I mean, this was not an easy win. But again, 3 interceptions, and you still put up 31 points.
Right, and I'm sorry, that interception that Brady threw, I think it was his third one. I know he was under duress at the time. He should not have thrown that ball. Like that was a Jameis Winston. Somebody's getting ready to get me. So anyway, also another super chat from our good friend Prime says 2 of the picks were on Brady. Bad passes. Defense plays lights out. We're going to the ship.
We going to the ship.
The team believes in itself. Vita is worth millions. Hell yeah, Prime. Hell yeah. Lots of stuff. Rodney sends us in a big super chat. Says, I love you guys. Brent here for your last 2 more weeks to go. I love the Bucs. Hey, listen, thank you, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, keeping me on longer and longer, and I'm okay with it. Thank you. I did not want this to be my last Pewtercast Live. I'm just so grateful. Ren, let's bring in somebody waiting in the chat room here. Been waiting for a little bit. Big Fudge.
Yo.
Hey, I gave you a stipulation, buddy.
Oh, I got a twerk for you.
You
sure?
said
you sure?
you've been practicing your twerk.
I've been practicing my twerk.
No,
Ren says no. I'll give you a front twerk. How about that?
There
All
you
right,
go.
I'll take it.
Thank
Talk
you.
to us, Big Fudge.
Man, this game, everybody's so lit in the chat rooms. Everybody's lit out in the streets. Like, this is great. This is amazing. I'm so excited. First home Super Bowl. History made. Tom Brady. I know he's 107, but this was a good game. I'm just so hyped, man. 3 picks. For the first time in a while, I was nervous. Like, I was legit nervous.
Yeah.
That pick off his back foot to Evans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Evans really, I didn't think was looking for the ball to begin with, but it shouldn't have been thrown. Yeah, it should have been thrown.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been thrown there. But I get what he didn't want to take the sack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And other quarterbacks honestly probably would have took that sack and suffered for it. But I mean, and that pick off of Evans' fingers, that was, I don't know if that was for the cold weather, making your fingers numb, but that should have been a catch personally.
Yeah.
I think so. Evans got hopped.
It was a little high. That one was a little high too.
I don't know. Evans got hopped. I think he was a little late, and also maybe his knee is 100%.
He was a little late on his reaction on his jump.
Yeah,
but I mean, he was fully extended, and it just tipped him. But we won't argue that. The Brady his last interception to Evans, I was kind of like, okay, but he just didn't get it. Obviously, didn't get enough on it. But that would have been that would have been a touchdown.
If he caught that, been touchdown. Yeah.
If he had time, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then the one, what was the other one to go off Mike? Who did he go?
He was going Mike over the middle, and he tipped it, and Jair Alexander caught it.
Yeah, no, there was.
What was the first one?
The first one was against Mike, where he threw it in. Like, he didn't even throw it at Mike. He threw it like 3 yards in.
He threw it, it was still in, and then one of the safeties came over and nagged it.
Right, and then there was the one off Mike's hands, and then there was the one he threw getting the sack. To Alexander.
They were all at Mike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's so weird, but they came out with a W, and the defense held up, and I'm glad to have Big Boy Vita back, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad us big brothers don't get enough love, so I'm glad.
Yeah, come on, say it, Big Fudge. Say it, Big Fudge. You right.
Big people don't get no love, and I'm glad that Vita was out there and pushing the center and the guard right into freaking Aaron Rodgers' face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he was. You kind of forget what he can do.
He freed it up for JPP and Shaq, honestly.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Freed it up for Sue too. Some pressures, frees it up, keeps the linebackers clean. Like, he's a big piece of a Todd Bowles style defense, and it showed. And I was under no qualms. Like, every time Green Bay scored, I'm like, well, we're gonna hold the puck to 23 points. Like, no, it's like they just carved up the number 1 defense and made them look stupid. And there was
Aaron Donald was hurt, but yes.
Yeah, so I mean, we didn't have both our safeties. Like,
none of that. Look, I'm not giving any excuses. We can talk about the interceptions y'all want, but I ain't focusing on the negative. Not tonight, because we go into the Super Bowl.
We go into the ship. We go. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Look, every Bucs fan tonight is gonna be like this microphone right here, and they are. Come on,
man.
All right, I just got dirty.
That's okay. But I know you got like 100 people lining up, but man, it was a good game. Defense held up, and man, we going home. They get the win and go home. That's all they had to do. # win and go home.
There you go. There you go. Hey, you know what? But it was so cold.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
it was so cold.
It was 30 degrees or 29 or whatever it was.
How are they going to handle the cold?
How are they
going to handle the cold?
I couldn't stand the national media.
How are they going to handle the? I need somebody saying how they're going to handle the cold, and I need a clip of Brady just going raw out of that carpet. That's what I need. That's what I want to see right there.
Thing, before I let you guys go, when he came back in at the end of the first half, I knew he was going to throw that bomb to Scotty, because he did the same thing. Was it the Vikings game? No, it was the Raiders game.
Yeah,
same thing. A couple seconds left, just 50-yard bomb to Scotty, and I saw it coming. I was like, "That's the boy right there."
There it is.
Yeah, I was on with another podcast. They had a Packers guy on. He was talking King up, big press corner, and I'm like, okay. And then, like, every time there was a play, it was I'm gonna find him on Twitter.
That boy
There you
got
go.
toasted like a pressed
There you go.
panini is how he got toasted.
All right, Big Fudge. I'm gonna jump out of here. We got lots of people lining up. All right, buddy.
Thank you guys. You guys take it easy. Go
There you
Bucs.
go.
Yo,
Super
brother.
Bowl.
Thanks, Fudge.
Super Bowl. It's Big Fudge. Hey, let's move straight over to Australia. Beeves is calling in. Beeves,
Hey.
what's up, buddy?
Hey, we're going to the ship. How good was that?
We going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. We going to the ship.
Hey, I've been doing that since March, and every time Ren just goes, "Oh Jesus, oh my!"
Terrible.
You guys, if you listen to the
It's
beginning of the
just
show,
terrible.
I didn't tell Ren that I was going to be playing that at the top of the show.
True.
As soon as he heard it,
Yeah.
you hear over the mic, he goes, "Oh jeez."
Sorry that I'm walking. I had about 3 or 4 huge coffees because the game started at 6 a.m. here in Australia.
Hey, you
so,
good? You good?
I'm a little
All right,
bit
Beeves,
jittery.
tell us what you liked. Give us something before we go off to the Super Bowl, and we're going to move on, buddy.
Yeah, Vita being back, man, he attracted like 2
Yeah.
guys every time, so it opened up the holes for JPP and the other guys. His presence was huge. Other than that, man, it was just it was a good effort. You know, again, not clean like the other games, but man, we're getting it done. So, man, I'm stoked for all the Bucs fans around the world, especially you guys in Clearwater and Tampa. It's it's been a long time since we've been good, and wow, amazing.
I can't believe Tom Brady's going back to another Super Bowl.
I know.
I can't. It's 10. It's 10.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
He's 10-5 in championship games. Like,
Yeah, I know.
going
It's
again. Brent, are you frozen?
I know.
Yeah, he was frozen. He's back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, and everyone hyped around here and all that stuff. But man, it's just like what do you say about that guy? I mean,
yeah. And I mean, look, the last interception he threw, he was, a bit off balance and so forth. But I think ultimately we punt at that point, and the Packers get the ball around about the same spot anyway, around that 20, 25 yard
I
area.
wasn't too upset, but I was
yeah.
also trying to stay positive. But a big play was when it was like 3rd down, and he dirted the ball right at Godwin's feet, where like he did, he might have had another second. He might have been able to get it to him, and he might have picked up a first down, maybe not. But he's just like I'm taking all that, like I'm taking the sack out of play, because if I get a sack, like we're at our field goal kicker's limit right now. So
Right now,
I'm dirtying the ball, and he has to do his job, and he did.
Yeah.
It didn't even end up mattering anyway.
Hopefully, no, that's right. And well, hopefully Evans sorts his hands out. I know a few of the passes were a little bit high and hard, but it was just amazing to be at that Super Bowl again. I mean, I was 23 back in 2003 when we made it the first time, and this feels even better considering the depths we've gone. The Gruden era, then in through the other guys. It's just amazing. And a big ups to all you people in Tampa. Great fans. My time there that I had for a few days, I absolutely loved it. If I could move over, I would. But go Bucs, and we're going to the ship, baby. And we got you for another week, Brent.
I'll take it.
Another two weeks.
Yeah, we're going to the ship. Yeah, well, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks, baby.
Yeah.
Ren, I don't
Hey,
know what to do for these next 2 weeks. Like usually we get a bye week and we're just like, deuces, I'm gonna take a week off.
Well, just check in. I'll be streaming live. Like this is never going off.
Ren's not stopping for the next 2 weeks.
Look, I'm just gonna pick when I go to bed. I'll just pick this up, and you watch me sleep.
You watch this cat walk across.
Eat, you watch me watch cat videos on YouTube. Like I'm gonna be like the guy on the sign up on the billboard. I've been here for 365 days.
It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough 2 weeks, but I can't wait. I might have to host a party at my place. So
there you go.
Bucs, and thanks again, guys.
Go Bucs, Beeves.
I'll jump off now, you guys. Yeah.
All right,
Bucs.
we'll do it. Thanks, bud.
Thanks. If Beeves having a party, I'm going.
There you go.
And I'll just have to pod from Australia during the Super Bowl. That's
listen, Australia's a place I've always wanted to go. I've never had a chance, and I really want to go. I got some good friends down there, and I'd love to go visit everybody. Ren, let's head out over to the phone. Caller, you are on the line with Brent and Ren for the Pewtercast Live. Who do we got here? Hello, caller.
Is this for me?
Yeah, you. What's up, caller?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Going good.
Last time the Bucks were in the Super Bowl was when I was in initial training. That tells you how old I am right now, and it feels great to be able to see the Bucks back in action and actually playing in our own home stadium.
Yeah, look, I don't.
How do you feel about that, Brent?
I was gonna say we're probably gonna make too much of a big deal about the fact that the Buccaneers are playing a home game for the Super Bowl. You know, like collectively, like, yeah, they're the first team to ever play in their home stadium for the Super Bowl. I think we're probably collectively gonna make too much of a big deal of that over the next couple of weeks. But it is cool.
But it won't be cold.
It won't be cold. It might be rainy, but it ain't gonna be cold.
Yeah, it will not.
Right.
Yeah, because definitely one good point that I have is in reference to SMB. I don't know what was wrong with him all regular season, but he decided that he wants to show up during playoffs. And then not to mention the addition of JPP, Sue, and also Shaq Barrett. That changed the defense. We got rid of McCoy, and then we started to get a nasty attitude on the defensive line, and that's when everything else started clicking for the team.
Yeah. You know, I'm with you on all points. SMB, like, he started the year pretty hot, and then he hurt his groin, and then he kind of felt like okay, Cincinnati hasn't done well, and then they put him on one of the Zoom call interviews, and he flat out said, he's like, I haven't played well. He's like, I need to do this better, and I need to do that better. Everyone's like, oh, okay, not Donovan Smith, okay. And as soon as he did that, he started playing better. So, you know, whatever it is. But I will definitely go with the departure of Gerald McCoy is the reason why we're in the Super Bowl.
False.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Calvin from the chat. I've been with you guys for years now, just never really called in. But I'm like, this is finally one of those opportunities
that I can
Calvin. Call in, and I'm going to go shoot off fireworks in a bit.
There it is. No time like the present, Calvin. No time like the present, brother. Hey, listen, It's been 20 years. Well, 19, whatever. However many years it's been since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl. We're in it again, baby. And listen, stay with us. Call us back next week. Let's do it, Calvin. All right, buddy? 2 weeks.
All right, we'll do. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, we'll do it.
Thanks, Calvin.
Oh, man. You guys say phone line's open. Anybody wants to comment? Kyle Driver sends us another super chat, man. He sends these in. Last Super Bowl, he was 8, and now he's 28. You know,
he also has one of the best rooms.
Oh, like the background and everything he does? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He does. This makes me want to do one of those, like, how it was then versus how it is now. Like, have people, like, put up their pictures, like, from the last Super Bowl to this Super Bowl. You know, like start that thing among Bucs fans. You guys know what I'm talking about out there, right? Like the this was me back in 2002. This is me now in 2021. Everybody get on that. I'm gonna do that. I'll put out a picture of me way back when y'all can see how much.
Yeah, I don't think I have any pictures of me from.
Right, that was before phones had cameras, so it might be a little harder to get some of those pictures. Hey, let's head over to our friend Prime, who is up with us now. Prime. Man. Buddy, hey, I love you. We're going to keep it short today. We got a lot of people coming through.
Thank you, Mrs. Prime.
What's up, Mrs. Prime? Talk to us, buddy.
Oh, man. No, while I was talking, man, I just booked my tickets, bro, to come in to Tampa.
To Australia? We're going to go see Oz?
Yeah, man, I am.
You coming in for the Super? Oh, wait, are you going to the game?
I don't have any tickets yet. I had to get the flight first.
Oh, so okay.
At the very least, I'm gonna be in Tampa for the game.
Okay.
So okay. I'm coming in Friday, man. So
listen, if you can't be in the stadium, might as well be right outside of it, you know?
Yep. So I hope I can link up with some people, man. This game was amazing. I'm overloaded on emotions right now.
Yeah.
I can
tell you're super emotional right now.
As Bucs fans, man, like, you know how long it's been. This is mind blowing, man. And I'm so happy for the team. I'm so happy for all those young players, all the defensive players. You know, and then just from the analysis or whatever, X's and all stuff. Brady has to play a better second half. You know, he messed up. Brady messed up with like 2 of those picks, but that was offset by what Vita Vea brought to the defense.
Right.
Vita with our defensive line with Vita on that line is just an entirely different group of guys. It just is. Like, Shaq Barrett looked like last year.
Yeah.
Vita's on the line, collapsed in the pocket. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run to. You know, that defensive line is hard to deal with for any offensive line.
Yeah.
When in the Super Bowl with whichever team we play, we need Winfield back.
Mm-hmm.
And I kid you not, I might have jinxed him, but when Whitehead made that second fumble, I was talking to my wife and I was talking to one of my friends, and I'm going crazy in the living room. And I told her, I was like, he hit so hard. And I was like, actually, he hits so hard sometimes he hurts himself. And then the next play.
Yeah. So we have you to blame if he doesn't make it back.
You do.
All right. I'm starting to keep receipts early here. It's only 2 weeks.
So I would love him. I don't think there's any way that Whitehead misses the Super Bowl. I just don't. I don't foresee any way he lets himself be set. Winfield, the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, this is. We knew when we got Tom Brady that you had a chance at going to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
We knew that. But feel like knowing that as far as a fan and believing that can happen, but watching it happen is two different things. And even though Brady did not play well, I think it was Shaq who said it afterwards. Even though Brady didn't play well, having Brady on the sideline made the team believe, yo, he's been in this before. We've watched the highlights with him being in this before, of it getting real, real close, and somehow his team pulls it out.
Yep.
So there's a level of belief that this team has that they just didn't have. They just haven't had for the last 18 years.
Yep.
That, oh, it's going bad. Oh, there's a pick, or there's this, and we turned it over on downs. We got to punt it. Cool. That's all right. One way or another, how did Arians put it? Or Devin White said, Arians put it last week, that we're a team who's going to find a way to win this game. That's at the end of the day.
Right?
And that's what they do, you know. And it's like when you get to the playoffs, like survive and advance. And we won the Washington game with Fournette and Brate. You know, we won the Saints game with defense. Can kind of say we won with defense on this one too. But the offense got out. They got their 7 points early, and both these teams are front runners. You know,
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, man, like that. I said there was a 6-play sequence, but really it was like a 10-play sequence. It went from SMB's interception to picking up that going for on fourth down to throwing to Scotty Miller to the kickoff to the kickoff again, and then the first fumble, Devin White scooping up in one play going in. Like those 10 plays, that was the game right there. That was the whole entire game. It stopped the Packers going from 2 for 1, and then you got a touchdown, and then they came out and we got a turnover before they could answer, and then we got a touchdown a play later, and that was it. Like those 10 plays, it was over. You know, when Brady threw his third interception, I was still like, I looked at the clock. I'm like, we're still good. Like, I don't think they can score twice in like 7. Like it was like probably 8 minutes. It was like 7 and like 56. I'm like, I think we're still good. And as soon as he kicked the field goal, I'm like, that's it. Like you got one shot from the 8 to score a touchdown. Yeah, you're gonna have to get the 2-point conversion, but now you're gonna get the ball and you're gonna get it with less than 2 minutes, maybe, and you're gonna have to go 70 yards and get a touchdown. So you're at the 8-yard line. Here's your touchdown shot, you know. Right. And he kicked the field goal, and I'm like, we win. Like we win. We're gonna win.
Right.
Like, man, I know games. They always say games come down to like moments, like 2 or 3 different moments or whatever. Like you just said, that 10-play sequence. I would add this in. That sequence at the end of the first half. Compare that to the Packers' decision at the end of the second.
Yeah.
The Packers should have went for it. If we were fans of the Packers and we were in the red zone and the other team's quarterback is throwing interceptions and the team is kind of reeling, and you're down.
Defense is playing great in the
8.
second half.
Yes, defense playing great in the second half. You're down 8, and your quarterback is on, and you're on like the 13-yard line. You go for that.
Yeah.
Right.
That the Packers coach is going to answer questions for that, and I believe that he's going to regret that decision. That was the wrong decision.
Yeah.
And
Plus, if you miss it, the Bucs get the ball on the 8.
And they're playing, and our Bucs offense had stalled out.
Yeah, and you're still in the same position where you have to score a touchdown. Like the field goal didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything.
And that's where, and I know somebody said that Arian said Brady said he wanted to go for it.
Yeah.
Once again, that's where we're gonna give credit to Brady. Bad game, good game, whatever. Give credit to Brady, and for the coaches believing, okay, we have 8 seconds, and you want to go for it? Cool, let's do it. Let's go ahead and go for it. Let's make it happen.
That's not a decision that you go, okay, Tom, in week 5 on the road. You're like, no, we're good. Like, it's okay. We got the whole second half of punt, but it's like this is an NFC Championship game. You're playing the freaking Packers. Like
at Lambeau.
On the road, like these are the decisions that you have to make, and this game was
a chance to put your foot on their throat.
This was a game for everyone who's all analytics all the time, where you just point to this game and go, shut up.
Right.
I don't know what the analytics said about in that moment, should you go for it? But I'm sitting here, I was on Twitter and everything. I'm like, what the? If it's 13 seconds, you got Brady, just fuck it, go for it. Just go. And they did, and that pass to Scotty Miller could not have been more
prettier.
Perfect.
Yeah. He hasn't thrown a ball that pretty since the Raiders game.
Scotty just literally had to drop and just cut it.
Yeah, and I like how he does that. That's how I've noticed that. Scotty Miller, he'll drop to his knees and be sliding on the ground when he catches it, so he doesn't go out of like the back of the end zone.
Well, it's not just that. I'm gonna tell you what that is too.
Yeah, what it is, last thing, and I'm gonna move on. Okay.
Okay. Because Scotty's one with him being so small, when he's going with the whole thing of dropping and never putting his hands up, the DB never has time to contest the pass. And generally speaking, the DB is trailing anyway, so they're trailing, trying to burn and catch up with Scotty. Scotty's going, and when he just all of a sudden drops, there's no time. By that time, the ball is right here. There's no time for the DB to do anything with it. So it's a really slick move as a wide receiver who's smaller to just go ahead and take away the size advantage.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I like that. I'd like to thank Carlton Davis to the show. Good to see you.
Hey, yeah, let's go. Hey, I know y'all got to go, man. I hope when we get to Tampa, I get to link up with some other Bucs fans out there, man. While we're there, let's go. Let's fucking go. We're going to the fucking ship, man.
Let's get it.
Thanks, Prime.
Later.
Look at that face. Look at that face right there. Look at that face right there.
Play that shit all night.
Ren, before we move on, we got a really fat super chat in from Chris. Chris, thank you so very much. Says usually check out the podcast on Apple, but had to drop in on the live super chat from Richmond, Virginia. We live. Let's effing go. Super Bowl. You got it, baby. You got it. You got it. Oh, Ren, let's head out to the phones. Caller, you are on the line with Brent and Ren for the Pewtercast Live.
Hey, what's going on, Brent and Ren, man? It's your boy Plex. How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on, Plex? Talk to us, buddy.
Hey, man, all I can say is I've been listening to a lot of Bucs media this week, and I heard Ira Kaufman pick against the Bucs. I heard John Ledyard pick against the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this ain't no surprise. Lee DeKemper pick against the Bucs. And guess what? It's a wrap. You're wrong. And game time, baby. We headed to the Super Bowl setting records. How y'all feel about that?
Come on, baby. Come on. We on fire. I mean, that's Ren on fire right there. That's Ren on fire. Dude, it's lit, buddy. The Bucs are let's say it again. The Bucs are going to the Super Bowl.
That's right. That's right, y'all. The thing is, I really think that after hearing that stat, right, like I said, let's do a lot of media, right? They were like, hey, Aaron Rodgers is 70-1 when we go into halftime. When he goes into halftime winning, well, guess what? Just as Prime said, Scotty Miller catching that touchdown right before halftime. How big was that? To put us up big before halftime and go ahead and set the tone for the rest of the game. Without that catch, do y'all think we would have won that game?
Yes. I think this was a game that Tom Brady wasn't going to lose. And I think and here's the thing, and we've talked about this, it's been a couple of whiles, but like if you say Scotty Miller misses that catch, then all the calls afterwards, defensively, offensively on both teams completely change. So now you're on a totally different timeline.
Right.
So maybe none of those interceptions happen, of Brady's interceptions, or maybe, Green Bay runs the ball and runs it down our throats. Like everything can change, but I think this just was a game that Tom Brady wasn't going to lose. I thought the offensive game plan was great. I thought the defensive game plan was about as good as you can expect from the back end, from what they had, especially after Whitehead went out. It's the same thing they'd be doing. Like you're not going to throw over the top of us. And if you want to go 5-7 yards down the field and put a 12-play drive to get rid to punch it in, well, okay. But guess what? We're going to come back out and we're going to score. And it's what scoring first puts the pressure on. Like, I'm a big defer guy, but if you get out to lead, you have to hold it. And that was, of course, that catch was huge by Scotty Miller. But yeah, I think the Bucs won. I just think their offensive game plan was better. It would have been worse if we could catch. Like,
right.
If we could, it would have been worse.
Of course, it'd been worse if they could have catch. Honestly,
sure. But Ren, I hit you up on Twitter. And, listening to all the media say this or say that, I hit you up on Twitter and asked you what you thought was going to happen. And what did you say, Ren? And what did you say, Ren?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
38-33. That was close to shit, man. That was close to shit. You know what? You was right there. You predicted it. And I was out there today, and I was saying, if Antoine Winfield does not go today, then Mike Edwards needs to step up. And it gave me a little bit of confidence to say, you know what? We do have a good safety in the back end to take care of business and hold stuff down. And that was Mike Edwards, and he did his thing. And then Jordan Whitehead went out as well. So how much can we save for the secondary to go ahead, next man up mentality, and take care of business? I think by Super Bowl time, we will have our starting safeties back and things will be all right. But, if you can't feel good about this Bucs defense right now, with Tom Brady throwing 3 picks and us winning the game, what can you feel good about
exactly.
right now?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. Look, that's the thing. And, a part of complimentary football that nobody ever talks about is, like, yeah, you got to have good offense. Yeah, you got to have good defense. But when one side screws up, the other side picks you up. When your offense throws an interception, the defense gets the stop, so they basically negate the interception, right? Or the flip side, if your defense gets you an interception,
that's right.
If your defense gets you an interception, then your offense goes out and capitalizes on it. That's complimentary football. That's a part of what that means. And the Buccaneers played it. The Packers didn't. The Packers caught an interception. They didn't do anything with it.
6 points.
The Buccaneers did.
This is unbelievable.
There were 16 points off turnovers. Is that what you just said?
I said 6 points. Green Bay only got 6 points off the 3 picks.
And how many did we get? Off turnovers. We had at least one touchdown. I know that.
I think it was 2. I know
2 touchdowns off turnovers.
Maybe it was 10 points.
Yeah, because we had the fumble, right? We had the fumble that Jordan Whitehead got injured on, and then Devin White scooped that up, and then one play later we hit the touchdown, and I think we had another one. So, all right, Plex, hey man, I'm gonna let you go. We got a lot of people lining up here. Okay.
Hey, that's fine. All I want to say is go Bucs. We headed to the Super Bowl, baby.
We doing it. Man. Have a good night. We doing it. Thanks, Plex. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Plex. Hey, listen, my man Kevin keeps trying to call in on the line. Kevin, that phone line's clear. You call in, we'll get you on hold. But while we're waiting on that, Corey from Nashville. Corey, what's up, Bubby?
Cry for us, Corey. Cry. Cry, Corey.
I'm not going to. Well, I did earlier before I called. My son will tell you that. But you guys remember me from Nashville. That was nice.
Yeah,
there was something you said. Oh, Ren, you're the and other things, of course. You're the reason why what you said earlier. It's just why I just don't believe in racism, man. I'm a 32-year-old black man. You are 102, white man. And you said when Tom Brady took his coat off, you felt like we were going to fake it. And I said the same damn thing. I was like, we're about to fake it. Oh, wow, we're about to fake it. But then we ended up just straight up going for it. What a ballsy call. And way to trust your veteran. Matt LaFleur has literally not trusted Aaron Rodgers since he's gotten there. Like, it's a little ridiculous. And to not go for that fourth and goal, like you said, even on Madden, I'm like, well, shit, if I don't score the touchdown, then I just got to get a stop. That's me playing a video game with no pressure. I'm doing that. These guys get paid millions of dollars, analytics, et cetera, et cetera. This dude kicks a field goal. That's like kicking a field goal down 12. So what? You all right? We're about to win the game. You're about to get the ball back to Tom Brady with a chance to just run the clock. And in the first down play, I know Matt LaFleur was like, oh my God, I can't believe we did that.
That was a big play. That catch to Evans for 9 yards.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we did that. But
I really would have wished. I thought there was a couple of flubs there late with the clock. I wish we had wished to decline that
declined it. Yep.
Declined it.
I mean, but you know what? It's a game of inches, and we've seen teams. We lost the game to the Titans last year because we couldn't get an inch. You know what I mean? So it's a game of inches. So you never know how that turns out. So we'll go ahead and take the first, and we're going to trust our system. But you guys were just saying something when you were finishing up with the last caller there. The turnovers. So yeah, we scored off the Sean Murphy button. We got a touchdown there and a touchdown off the fumble just to clear that up. So yeah, we capitalized. And
so 14 points. 14 points is what we got off turnovers.
14 points off turnovers. Jason Light, because that was the Scotty Miller touchdown at the end of the half off Sean Murphy button. So Jason Light deserves so much credit. I can't even really quantify it. To go down 2 starting safeties and our defense to play the way they did. Aaron Rodgers, honestly, I love the guy to death because of his talent and everything, but he deserves a big stain for this game. You tell your defense, go get a stop. They get you an interception. When the team is in scoring range, you go 3 and out. Then they get you another interception. You go 3 and out. That don't look too good, man, especially when you got the other real 12 on the other side going down there winning the game. Right. So we're going to the ship, literally, because I know you don't want to make too much of the game being in Tampa, but that's crazy. We're going to the ship, figuratively and literally. That's hilarious to me. Right? Play it. And my last point, man, is on Shaquille Barrett. He took a lot of flack this year. Because he didn't come out and have the 20 sacks he had last year. But if I watched every single game. He was close a hell of a lot this year. And you get more attention when you come off a 20 sack season. So you get chipped, that might take your time. You get a wider stance from the tackles, that might take your time. Yeah. But with Adam back via that man came out there and got us 3 sacks today.
Yep.
That's in a championship conference game on the frozen tundra. Man, that's beautiful, man. I just want to show you guys this. My wife got this for me 4 Christmases ago.
All right, hold on. For the audio listeners, he's holding up a framed picture of a bunch of words. Read that to us,
right.
Corey.
So it says, the Richardson family is full of love and based on trust. We are all grateful and also generous. We help one another, respect each other, but most of all, we cheer together. We are a Buccaneers family. And I've had this, I've had this since Jameis' 2nd season. And I'm so excited to hold this plaque up because it means a lot because the Buccaneers are my family. I've been in a relationship with them for 20 years. I'm 32. You know what I mean? So I'll be 33 next month. So they are my family. That's why you see the emotion after the Redskins game for watching the football team because, guys, like 2020 has been such a tumultuous year. And for Tampa Bay to be the ones that can bring us joy outside of the family that we love and cherish because this past year has made us love our family and hold them dear. And Tampa Bay, they're part of my family. It's just beautiful that they can bring that type of joy to watch those young guys go in there, show up and play with passion. And it's just beautiful, man. And being able to have this platform is great too, man. Hey, we're going to the Super Bowl, guys. And I love you guys. I'll be calling back next week.
Let's do it, Corey. Let's do it.
All right, Corey. Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a great call. And I'll be expecting my birthday present that's 2 years late for my 100th, my century. I think I deserve it from Corey.
There you go. For the record, the Daxt family. Carl Davis sends us in a $5 super chat. Says, "Who's going to be the home team?
I don't know.
Does it matter in a Super Bowl?
Officially, one team.
Technically, the Tampa Bay Bucs won't be It's not a home game for the Bucs.
No, but somebody's home, so somebody gets to pick their unis. Like if they want to wear their home reds, or
Gotcha.
if we want to wear our home reds or our road whites,
right?
So that's kind of where it goes. And which sideline,
I'm going to bring that superstition back in, and man, let's keep it with the whites and the pewter pants, or go with all pewter. I kind of don't want to see the Reds in the Super Bowl. Not that it really matters. I know it's not going to make that much of a difference, but
it's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, exactly.
We won last time in reds, didn't we? Or were we in white?
I don't remember. Well, I mean, the last 2 weeks it's been white and pewter, so I forget what it
no,
was.
I mean the Raiders Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that one was red. Yeah, that one was red.
Yeah.
So, hey, you could make it. You could make it. You could make it.
Did you see that comment in chat where Tom Brady's like 100 yards from being the all-time leading?
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, it's right here. It's right here.
Yeah.
You and I both tried to hit it. Yeah, Brady is only 199 yards away from being the Buccaneers' leading quarterback for yards in the postseason history. He's already +2 on touchdowns. John Reed sent us that in. Thanks, John, for that.
Yeah.
Well, here's my question. Have we ever had a quarterback in multiple postseasons?
The same quarterback?
Yeah, like did Sean King, was he the same quarterback in a couple postseasons? I don't think Brad Johnson was around for more than the one. Doug Williams, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, come on, man. You're my Bucs historian, Ren.
Yeah.
You know that. Let's get Scott Smith on the phone. He would know.
Sure.
Somebody's looking it up right now. In the chat, they're going to drop it in there. While we're waiting on that, let's go overseas. Our friends smoking the Victory cigars.
Stogie Brothers.
What's up, fellas? Talk to us. I know you smoking, but talk to us.
Here we go, guys. Like, what a tradition we've started with the Victory cigars.
Hey, who'd the dog pick this week? I missed it.
You do not want to know, Brent, but the dog went. So the dog on Friday or Saturday picked Green Bay.
Yeah,
and we actually sat there and said the dog was 6-0, which meant that when the dog picked Green Bay, we actually thought, you know what, the dog's due a loss, and thank God the dog was due a loss, because we're winners once again.
Okay, all right. So what are you naming your new dog?
He's gone down the pan. We won't ever see him again. I think I just think like what an amazing moment to be a Buccaneers fan. Anyone who comes in here and says a single thing that's negative, I just think like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. What an amazing moment! This is the NFC Championship game. Brent, as people who have been season ticket holders and have been to the games, I want to know what this means to you guys, man. Like, tell us, like, for people who've been there and seen those terrible performances, how much does it mean to finally see this team in the Super Bowl?
Go ahead, Brent.
Oh, man. Look, here's the thing. I remember the last Super Bowl. I was a fan back then. I did not nearly follow the team as close as I am today. If they weren't a starting spot, like I couldn't even told you the 22 starting people on the team. Like I can run through I could run through the 53-man roster with pretty sharp accuracy right now. Probably could tell you most of their wives' names, or if they even have a wife. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty into it right now. When I sit back and consider, like, to me, not just as a Buccaneers fan or a season ticket holder, but as a Buccaneers podcaster. I mean, we've been at this for over 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Our friend Gene has been at it for like 10 something years now. Derek was like 13, 14 years. I'm trying to think of who else has been in it for a really long time. And we just lost those guys. That'll be all right. To everybody else who has jumped in and started their own podcast in the last couple of years. I mean, we've been through some crap in the past bunch of years.
Yeah.
And to start a show in the middle of that and keep it going, to finally see this. And I mean, I will never ever forget. It was the Washington Redskins game. I'm at the game. It's before the game even started.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sitting there. I don't even think you were there. I might have been by myself. I don't remember. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking how much money I've spent on tickets. I don't live in Tampa, so what it takes for me to arrange childcare for my kids, to come down to Tampa. I usually would get a hotel, so spending the night, all the time, and all of that invested to see a team come out that I think at the time was 3-10 or something like that, you know? And I'm just sitting there just going, what the hell am I doing here? Why am I spending my money on this?
Right.
And I sit back and go, you know why? Because I love this team. Now, I was pissed off. You know what I mean? Like, for sure, I was pissed off. And I did not want to be there in that moment. But I have never once lost my fandom. And that has never been in question for me. It's just been, to what extent am I willing to go? You know,
right.
Ren, you know what it's like. When you're getting into the doldrums of a losing season and we're going 3, 4, 5 times a week, and you're just like, oh shit, I got to talk about this game again. Like, to come into a season like this where that has not been the case, right? Like,
yeah,
that's
I'm
not
nodding.
been the case.
I'm nodding.
Yeah. It's almost crazy for me to make the announcements that I did earlier this year. That's going to stand. I'm not changing that. But to have this be the way that everything wraps, this is so cool. This is so cool. And there are some teams out there who've never even been to the Super Bowl at all. There are some teams who've never won, and we have a chance to go back and get our next one in 2 weeks listen, Tom Brady's impact to this team cannot be underestimated. But with people who have been around this team for a long time, Mike Evans, Ali Marpet, Donovan Smith, Levante David, these guys who have been cornerstones and stalwarts with this team. Let's even throw in Ryan Jensen, who's now been here for the length of his contract, or getting close to the length of his contract. Even Alex Kappa, now Carlton Davis.
Ali and Donovan been here 6 years.
Yeah, exactly. Chris Godwin, who's in the final year of his contract right now. Vita Vea, like these guys a lot of these guys are rookies, but all of these guys who have been around, like, this is the team. This is why Tom Brady came to Tampa Bay. This is why Jason Light just went out and said, I got to get a freaking coach who knows what to do. And for everybody out there, I'm going to say this right now. Everybody out there who said Bruce Arians needs to be fired, y'all need to go suck it and shut up.
Yeah. Suck it and shut up.
Because here's the thing. The Bucs aren't firing Bruce Arians, y'all. I don't care what you say about his play calling or about whatever. The Bucs ain't firing a guy who's taking them to an 11-5 season, taking them to the postseason. Damn sure ain't firing him for taking them to the Super Bowl. So shut up. They've made the right moves. And you know what? The best thing the Glazers have done for this organization since Malcolm died was not get rid of Jason Light. To bring Jason Light in, create some stability around this organization. Sure, we got rid of Lovey. Sure, we wound up getting rid of Dirk. Look, we all knew Dirk Cutter was not leading this team to a Super Bowl. Sorry, he just wasn't. To even go through and go through the crucible that was taking a number 1 pick at a quarterback and then having that even go to his 5th-year option and walking away from it. And to create that sort of stability to this team, that's why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the Super Bowl, because they went and they got the final piece. Look, Gronk was a luxury piece. He's been a huge luxury piece. Gronk was a luxury ad. AB was a luxury ad, right? And Ndamukong Suh came back. JPP came back. Shaq, we put him on the tag because we couldn't let him go. And for whatever reason, they couldn't work it out with him. And they'll probably do the same thing to Chris Godwin this year or something. They'll figure it out. They ain't going anywhere. Those guys ain't going anywhere, guys. It's not happening. Are we looking for a new head coach this offseason in a couple of weeks? I don't know, but I ain't there yet. We're enjoying this win right now. You want to know why? Because the Buccaneers are in the freaking Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Ren, what does this mean to you?
I'm going to let that stand because that was really good. I'm very proud of you. That was nice. It was well thought out, and you got a little fired up, and you hit on the right people. Well, that was good. I liked it. I'm gonna. That should be able to stand all by itself without a as well too.
There you go. I appreciate that. Hey, let's go out to the phone lines. We got our good friend Kevin who's been waiting on the phone. Kevin, you still out there, buddy?
Yes, I am still here, guys. And my God, words cannot even describe how this moment feels. I can remember when the Bucs won the Super Bowl back in 2003. I was on a ship going to Iraq in my first deployment, and I can just imagine the emotions now, seeing it, being home in Tampa, and now watching this team finally get back to some respectability, and now back to their first ever home Super Bowl game. So this is pretty awesome to hear right now, guys. And I couldn't not call you guys without sending a shout out to you, Brent. God, it's been an awesome ride, and I know that family is very important, but we are going to miss you definitely, and you'll be definitely a big staple in the Bucs podcasting community. And we definitely want to send a thank you to you and Ren for what all you guys do. Hell, because of you two guys, I even became a season ticket member this year, and this year, you know, thanks to COVID, made it really challenging as a member, and it's just been very, very embracing. And me being a healthcare worker, it's just really just humbling to see that all our hard work is not in vain, and there's pretty much more to go. And just seeing this team do what it do to where we're at with the go, it's just amazing. It's just really amazing. And it's a testament to what we as fans have long endured, and we deserve this. This is our time now. So guess what, Bucs fans? You should embrace it, enjoy this moment, and let's just enjoy this until, you know, the end of 2 weeks from now, because we don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? We are going to the ship, and let's try to end this thing with a title.
I got to give it to you, Kevin. Everyone who said it is getting it. Kevin, man, you have become, and it's been a while since I've talked to you, but you have become a longtime fan. I mean, you've been around. I mean, I don't know if you've been around since episode 1, but you've been around since like episode 1.5. You've been around for a long time. We've gotten to hang out.
Sir.
We've gotten to go to games together. You got to go on a tour of One Buck with me and Ren. We've, you know, when I sit back and I think of the people that I would call friends that I have made through this show, you are certainly one of those names that gets brought up there. But man, you're absolutely right. Look, Ren and I we'll dissect the game, and we'll talk about all the things that the Bucs need to do a little bit better. We'll do all that later.
We saw Kevin at an Orlando Apollos game.
Definitely, I got you.
Yeah, Ren, what'd you say?
I said we saw Kevin at an Orlando Apollos game.
That is true. Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, when we did the Apollos thing.
Good American Alliance of Football, right?
Right. Right.
Wow, that's memories. Yes.
Right. So
yes, definitely.
But anyway, Kevin, man, you got anything else for us before I let you get off here?
Yes, I wanted to say definitely Via Vea's, you know, impact in today's game definitely showed on the field. And we got to see guys that normally was making plays all last year, make it in the biggest game that was possible. And now that we got a quarterback that's been there, done it, and knows how to win, he finally pushed this team to the plateau, and we're almost there, guys. The job's not done yet, but we're almost there.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can't just think just because we're going in, we're going to win. Like they got a lot of work to do, and whatever team they're going to face, whether it's the Bills or the Chiefs, whichever team they're going to face, it's going to be a tough game. And it's listen, they had a tough game with the Saints. They had a tough game today. This team is primed. They're ready to go, and I can't wait. Let's go, baby. Bucs are going to the Super Bowl, Kevin. We're going to the Super Bowl, Kevin. Woo!
That's right.
Let's get it. Let's get it, Kevin.
Guys. Definitely. Take care, guys, and be safe. And definitely, guys, you are definitely friends, Ian, and go Bucs.
Thanks, Kevin.
Go
Thanks
Bucs.
so much. Oh man, Kevin, like I said, good friend of the show, has been around for quite a while. Ren, we got another good friend of the show.
We do.
Been waiting for a while. Our big man, Corey.
Hey guys.
The play reaction. Corey, and listen, I saw something going around on Twitter this week. I'm glad you called in because I wanted to ask you. Are you coming out of retirement for a video? Are you gonna do something? Like lay it on us. What's happening, Corey?
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure if you saw that. I was gonna announce it here if you hadn't, but yeah, so I'll jump to it.
Oh, sorry to jump on you, bro.
So I don't know how many of your listeners know. I used to be a YouTube creator, created videos for a couple of years, and this was during the 2017 and 18 seasons, so dark times.
We remember.
Yeah, and it was a labor of love, and then it became a labor of hate. It was very hard to keep creating videos and putting so much effort into something when our season was over by mid-October.
Right.
So
that might have been the year that I was sitting there at that Washington game just going, what am I doing? Might have been that year.
Probably. And you know, this whole year I've missed it. I've missed creating videos, and I quit for the same reasons you did, Brent. I mean, it's mainly because I have a family and they require my time and not this hobby of mine. However, if the Bucs win the Super Bowl, I will come out of retirement for one video only, and I will make a super video recapping the entire season.
I can't wait for that.
Yes. And if you've never seen Corey's videos, where you can find them on YouTube right there, if you're watching the video feed at the play reaction, that's where you can find on YouTube, and they are high quality, high production value. And that's probably the main reason why I quit doing them, because man, were they a pain in the butt.
I know what it is to make videos like that, and there's a reason why I don't. Because I don't have time to go to that. But I mean, Corey, I mean, this bears repeating. You know, at the time, there were only 2 YouTubers in Buccaneers world. Like, as we've seen this Bucs fan media thing explode over the last bunch of years. At the time, it was you and James, Mr. Bucs Nation. And what I loved was you two had 2 very different style of shows. And it was very complimentary. It wasn't like the same thing. You guys were just doing the same thing, competing. Like it was very complimentary what you were doing. And while James is continuing, and James is doing fantastic stuff. And you know, I love seeing, he's almost up to, I think, 10,000 subscribers right now. I mean, he's flying, just doing great stuff. I mean, Corey, if you had kept going, I have no doubt you'd have been there. And we've been missing you, but I'm glad that you're still around. Like, you come in and do some stuff here with us. I know you're doing some other things out there, but yeah, you've got your brand new little baby, and you got all that stuff with work and, you know, life and all of that. So but Corey, let me ask, I want to ask you this.
Okay.
Play the what if game with me, right? Let's say, what if you didn't stop? And what would this year, how would this year have been different for you? And what would this moment mean to you as somebody who had been putting in all that effort over the last bunch of years to finally see it?
I honestly don't know how much of a difference it would make, because I have been a fan of this team since the mid 90s. And, you know, losing the 1999 NFC Championship game broke my heart. Winning the 2002 season Super Bowl was one of the best moments of my life up to that point, and remained to be probably until I got married. And then, you know, then obviously doing the YouTube channel and sticking through with this team through thick and thin, and going through the 10, 12, 13, whatever years of losing.
Right.
I think this feels just as good, honestly. And making the videos, maybe it may have made it a little bit better, simply because I probably get a lot more reaction, a lot more community, because I live in Atlanta.
Right.
And you know, I actually chose this spot in my garage because I've got, and stupid glare, but I've got a newspaper from the St. Pete Times for when we won the Super Bowl hanging up.
Right.
And when we won the Super Bowl, I was in Atlanta and surrounded by Falcons fans, and I was 17 at the time. And I determined, if we ever go back, motion light. I determined if we ever,
hear you.
I saw that go out a couple times while you were in the lobby, and I was like, what's going on with him?
Yeah. Okay. So I determined, if we ever go back there, I'm going to Tampa. So with my wife's permission, I'm going to Tampa the weekend of the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Wow, we got Prime in town. We got Corey in town.
That's right.
We're not sure if you're going to the game.
No, probably not.
Buddy, I looked it up. Tickets were like $15,000.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yikes.
Unless somebody just gives me a ticket. It's not happening. Right. But I want to be down there with
also an announcement. I'll take a free ticket.
Yes. But yeah, I'll be down there, and I'll go wherever the party's at. Obviously, social distance protocols, whatever needs to be done. Right. But you know, I'm going down to party. I don't know, Brent, if you're going down. Brent, I know you're already there, but
well, here's the thing. It's that weekend is my anniversary weekend.
Uh-oh.
And so my wife and I, this will be number 11 for us.
Okay.
So, you know, I looked at my wife like at about a minute and a half left, and I looked at her and I was like, you know what we're doing for our anniversary this year, right? She's like, we're not going to the Super Bowl. You're not paying that much. I was like, no, but we're watching the Super Bowl. And she's like, oh, of course we are.
Nice.
Can't you just say that's your 12th anniversary?
Because of the Tom Brady number?
Yes.
Makes sense to me.
It's our preview to the 12th anniversary.
There you go. It's starting your 12th year.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. We're starting your 12th year of marriage, baby.
There you go. Nice.
So I came in kind of in the middle. I don't know if everything's been said about the game. It probably has, but I just wanted to bring up 2 points.
Actually, really nothing. Everyone's all happy.
Everybody's just like, and then like I play this clip every once in a while, and everybody's got it, you know. And I watched Ren like
I'm gonna quit.
Roll his eyes.
I'm gonna quit on air.
Well, just one quick thing. I'm all about context. I'll probably bring this up in a video if I do it. But the play to Scotty Miller, the decision to go for it there. Let's go back to the Lovie Smith days and how he always liked where we were at halftime.
Yeah.
And would take knees when we had timeouts left and 2 minutes left in the half and pull that garbage. Look at how much that makes a difference when you show confidence in your team. And I don't know whose call it was ultimately, but to say, okay, let's go for it. It made a big difference. And the other thing too is the Packers decision to kick a field goal there. That's a decision our previous coaches would make.
Right.
I don't know if our current one would make it. Honestly, he might have.
Right.
But it's one of those things where it's like, as soon as they kicked that field goal, I was like, I've seen this story before, and it's not going to go well for them. And I just, for me, it's just I can't believe where we're at, and I'm so grateful and thankful. Tom Brady effect is real. But this defense, one more thing, is just the defense really, really is the reason we won this game. I have to say it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for sure.
They held in there after 3 terrible picks. I mean, one of them was a Jameis Winston pick at least.
Yep.
And in the past, this team would blow it, and they didn't. The defense held, and the offense eventually got it done when they had to. But the defense is the reason we're in the Super Bowl. And Tom Brady's the reason we got to this point. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, he's right, man.
Corey, man, I'm looking forward to that video, buddy.
Yeah.
Me too. Hope it happens.
Do we have to win?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? We're doing it for you, Corey.
That's
doing
it.
it for you, buddy.
Tampa Air is going to do it for the video.
Yep.
That's right.
I'm gonna email Tom Brady right now. I'll let him know.
Somewhere shooter in the stash is out there. They're going, what do you mean you're doing it for the video? So, all right, Corey, man. Talk to you later. All right, buddy.
Yeah. See you guys.
Thanks, Corey.
All right. Ren, we got one more to go here.
And back for an encore performance.
Yeah, their Wi-Fi cut out on us earlier. UK Bucks guys shut down the show. You guys made it a point to come back. What's on your mind? Talk to us.
I just wondered, as sort of season ticket holders, you guys get an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl or no?
No, it's nearly impossible to get tickets to the Super Bowl. Even when it's in your own, like, that's the thing. The Super Bowl being a home game in Tampa, yeah, that's cool. Not that many Tampa Bay fans are going to be going to the game.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Even
like,
if it was
seats and stuff like that people have
even
sold
if
out.
it was full capacity, I think only something like 10,000 seats go available for sale. And that's nationwide. There's not like, hey, the Super Bowl's in your town, so you can line up at the box office, like a Black Friday and just camp out, and you can get no, there's none of that. There's no special treatment for getting the Super Bowl in your town.
No, I just sort of wondered if the Super Bowl sort of if you get sort of 30% allocation for your home fans, away fans, and then neutrals, but obviously not. So that's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, well, I mean, because keep in mind, this is the first time in NFL history where a team's going to be playing the Super Bowl in their own home stadium.
Yeah.
So,
we should get all of them.
Yeah, that's
we
what
should get all the tickets.
I also wonder if you guys think there is a less selfish individual in Hall of Fame history than Rob Gronkowski, who, normally Hall of Fame type players have sort of an ego and attitude. And down the stretch here, Rob Gronkowski is literally all in for the team. He's not worried about his catches. He's not worried about his touchdowns. I just wonder what you think about him literally being the least selfish individual in sort of Hall of Fame history for me.
Look, I got to tell you, for me, with Gronkowski, Rob Gronkowski has already got his Super Bowls. Rob Gronkowski has already cemented his nod for the Hall of Fame. Rob Gronkowski has everything he could possibly want in football. You know what he wants right now? To have fun. And to play the game. He doesn't care about any of that stuff anymore. He could go out and have literally the worst season that a tight end has ever had in the history of the league. And you know what? That's not going to affect his status one bit.
But
Not
you think,
one.
you
So
think
he's
about
just going to go play and have fun.
Think
right?
about the egos that these people have down the stretch. Gronkowski is showing zero ego whatsoever. He's all in for the team, which is very, very rare for someone who is easily walking into the Hall of Fame to literally be like, "I'll happily go out and block." Like I just think, you can't underestimate how much he's all in for this team to win versus we've seen it, right? We've seen people come in and want their touches, want their touchdowns. He couldn't care less about his individual performance. He wants the team to win. I just think that's special.
Yeah.
I don't, I can't sit there and rate every Hall of Famer or future Hall of Famer about their selfishness and unselfishness, but I don't think Gronkowski would play football if Tom Brady wasn't his quarterback. And with this coming out of the bye week, we've seen it. It's like, okay, we need to keep Tom upright. And if that means Gronk, you don't get to get the ball, then you don't get to get the ball. And you just got to tell Gronk, like, they're going to try to hurt Tommy, Gronk, and you can stop it. And he'll go, okay. And, that's what it's been. But you're right. Like, they have decided to use Gronk as a 6 offensive lineman. He's had 2 targets in 2 games. One was a catch that was pushed out of the back of the end zone. And then that really great call today for the 29-yard, double fake screen pass, like play action with a fake screen pass to Scotty Miller and then turned around and threw it to Gronk. I mean, that one even faked me out. And I have the whole view. I'm like, oh, he's going to Scotty. And I'm like, oh, no, it's Gronk. So, yeah, he's only got to touch the ball. But, it's just kind of like the way Gronk is. And and honestly, I think there's a lot of players that would do that at this point. But it comes down to like who your coach is, kind of who the guys are around you. Even if there was a player that kind of grumbled about this or that, I mean, we saw it. Like they benched Leonard Fournette. Like, oh, you're healthy? Nope, you're not even active. And then that turned right around. And again, Brent, it has to do a little bit with culture, because when you win, that's how you create winning culture, and everyone starts to row in this right direction, the same direction, and so that's it. I can't really speak to like, oh, Gronk is the most or this or that. I think that's just kind of the guy he is. I think he did that. He's been doing that in New England for years, not to this extent, but he blocked it for New England for years. For being a guy who could actually really play, all wide receiver and tight end positions out there. So, yeah, there's a lot of guys on this team to be impressed with. And, for Gronk not seeing, being on your TV at all the past 2 weeks, he's still at the top of the list of someone to be impressed with.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those, isn't it, where I suppose all the point is that you look at these. If you look at Gronk's numbers, you look at Gronk's touchdowns, you would expect him to be in that category of people that create drama in terms of if they're not getting the ball, they're a problem. Gronk's just not that guy, man. I just think he is just one of those things that we've essentially turned him into that, as you rightfully say, that 6th offensive lineman, and he's been unreal, hasn't he? Really, in terms of blocking and all the rest of it.
But nobody can question how well Donovan Smith has been playing the last half of the season, right? Certainly, at least since the bye week, maybe even a little bit before. Honestly, I don't know how much of that has to do with Gronk being right next to him over the course of the season, or what. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what has suddenly turned on for Donovan. You listen to Donovan; they asked him about it last week, and he's like, I don't know. I just kind of been playing the way I've always been playing. I just thought that was me. It's just how I play.
Yeah.
No, something is different about the way Donovan Smith has been playing, and I don't know what it is. Just for the record, Ren just said that the winning cultures are created by winning. That's his. What I have always said,
and correct,
and it's wrong.
Correct. It's correct.
Because
okay,
what it is.
What it is. Okay, what happened to the Patriots then? They had the best winning culture for 20 years.
No, you had your chance. I let you talk, so you
shut up. No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, see, look. Oh, there we go. No.
Yeah, see?
Everybody
can mute everyone's mic.
Yeah. No, look,
go ahead.
Culture, winning comes from the culture, not the other way around. And to those of us who have studied it,
not true.
We know that's true. Shut up. I shut up and let you talk. You shut up. Sorry, guys. Shut up. Oh my God.
Spreading lies.
Sorry, I can do this. Culture comes from. He can do it to me too, though. So don't lie. What I have always said on the show, and I will continue to always say, culture comes first. You create the culture. Winning comes from that, and it's not the other way around. And I'm sorry that people like Ren can't see that. People like Rick Stroud can't see that. But we could talk about what happened in New Orleans, wherever Tom Brady just came from, New England, because that culture sucked and something happened up there, not this past season, but a couple seasons ago. Anyway, sorry to get into all of that. Guys, Gronk's awesome. You got anything else for us before we let you go?
Guys, like, what a performance from the O-line again. Like Tristan Wirfs, just Jensen, all of them, like compared to the criticism they were getting earlier in the season, what a performance and getting us over the line there. Like, I know Brady threw the picks, but nothing really against the O-line there. It was a big improvement for them.
Also, I just wonder before we shoot off and let you guys go, like the fact that Brady threw 3 interceptions tonight and didn't have his greatest game, fine, whatever. But I don't feel like Brady's the kind of guy that puts back-to-back performances like that. And I just think that surely that's exciting for next week, that Brady will be furious that he threw those interceptions.
Sure.
And I just feel like regardless of who we play, whether it's Kansas City or the Buffalo Bills, I just feel like Brady's a guy that has had a small blip this week. And next week, I just believe in the resume that he's had that it'll be as good as advertised.
Yeah, it's the Bucs are finally they're coming together at the right time, because like the offense won the Washington game in the playoffs, and the defense had a lot to do with winning the Saints game and this game, especially with 3 turnovers from Tom. And that's, I think, what all Bucs fans saw with those last 4 games was that, hey, it's like, okay, we can outscore everybody. Like if we get into a shootout, we can hang with them. We've got the offense down. They're finally clicking. And then after Washington game, these past 2 games, like, okay, well, here's the defense too. So that's why I was like, people are like, what's going to happen in this Green Bay game? I'm like, anything can happen. Like we can win, we can win 58-10. We can win, 17-10. Like anything can happen. And now, like, with a player like Tom Brady having a 3 interception game, which I can't even tell you the last time he had that, and you still win by double digits. Like, oh no, you didn't. It was only 7, by 5, but you still win the game. It's like the team is complete and they're all together, and it's just really good to watch. And you're right. I don't expect Tom to have 3 interceptions. It's just not going to happen. And now I have faith in Bowles to actually not come out, with a soft zone, or I'm going to try to cover Tyreek Hill, the fastest guy in the NFL, with, a guy that runs, a guy runs like, a 4.5 This guy runs a 4.3, and not only one-on-one to play off to let him get like, 10-15 top speed before the other guy's facing the wrong way. Like he has to turn around and try to catch him. It was just like, what are you doing? So it's everything's roses right now, man. And it's hard to look at this offense or defense and point at a hole that's been there the past 2 weeks.
How do you guys feel about next week? In 2 weeks' time, are you personally thinking, Kansas City or Buffalo Bills? Have you got a personal preference at this point, or just let the chips fall where they may?
I'm with Brent. I want Buffalo to look up and make it to the Super Bowl and see Tom Brady's face there and be like, oh God, hey guys, long time no see. So that's kind of what I want. But besides that, I really don't care. Like both quarterbacks are going to offer some challenges. Obviously, Allen more with his legs, who has a big arm, but Mahomes with his decision making and taking care of the football and his football IQ, and obviously also with a big arm. Obviously, I haven't watched any of the game yet, and if that toe's not going to be better by Super Bowl, then I wouldn't mind facing Mahomes, and it's just. But chips fall where they may. I'm not going to be upset either way, or think that our chances are going to lessen either way. Honestly.
Yeah, and real quick, just a shout out to Chris who sent us in a super chat asking this exact same question. So there you go, Chris. We just answered it for you. But yeah, thank you so much for that super chat.
We'll jump off and let you guys go. I know you got like 1 million people lined up, and Brent, all we'd say about you, man, is as Buccaneers fans and as overseas Buccaneers fans, we're just so grateful we get one more week of Pewtercast Live, man, and just cannot wait.
We did say it, guys. One more week.
We did say one more week. I know that you misconstrued what we were saying, but one more week meant next week.
Yeah, no, I got it later. I just wait.
Win, lose or draw, man. We'll be back next week or in 2 weeks' time after the Super Bowl. And Brent, what a way to finish out other than a Super Bowl, surely, brother.
It's something. Thank you guys so much. Another set of guys that I would say have definitely become friends. Ren, I got one more thing I want to talk about before we head out of here, and it's not culture.
Oh, it's too bad.
But it is a topic that I think needs to be talked about from this game.
Sure.
Jeff Brandy over in the chat room brings this up. Fortunately, he's I'm pretty sure a Packers fan or something, and taking it pretty hard. And I've got some friends of mine who've been blowing up my phone who are generally putting this out there. The only reason you won is bad calls. It's bad calls. The refs gave you the game. Packers are better. It's the bad calls. Ren, let's talk about the penalties, or let's say the lack of penalties called in this game.
I didn't call any. How about we just do this? Who was that?
That was Jeff.
Jeff? Here you go, Jeff. You're right. See you next year. You're a better team. Okay. I mean, how many times we play this year, the Packers?
Was it once?
I don't remember.
Twice. We have played them twice.
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Listen, look, here's the thing. The only thing the refs did wrong this year, or in this game, I think, was not call penalties earlier in the game. They decided to call a penalty, which, by the way, that PI call at the very end was super egregious.
No, it was. I mean,
it was super egregious. There were other egregious penalties on both sides that the refs
agreed. But they had to call it because it was cheating on a play that would have won the other team the game, and that's why they had to call it. They were letting cheating go on all the time, and it was like, well, it wasn't, nothing like that. Wasn't an egregious pass interference penalty. It was a pass interference penalty, and I get that they've let him play all throughout the week. But if he doesn't commit that pass interference penalty, he makes the catch and the game's over. So you had to call it then. You had to.
Yeah.
So and I get what Jeff is saying. I mean, there was a bunch of holding penalties that you can point to.
At least 3 times when the left tackle for the Packers jumped before the ball ever started. It was like 3 times in a row. And I rewound it and watched it a lot. He was jumping way early. There was also at least 2 other times when the play clock went all the way down to 0, and it was a clear delay of game penalty that was never called. And those were all in the Packers. There was lots of stuff against the Buccaneers that didn't get called. They just decided to call it at that point, and you're right, because it was at a point where it really mattered to the game, and to not call it, it sucks. We have been on the other side of calls like that. We've all, listen, you're an NFL fan. You've been on the wrong side of the refs calls.
Yeah.
It's happened. Yeah. It just happened. And it sucks. And to all the Packers fans out there, my condolences are with you.
No, it's not. I
feel it. I know exactly what you're going through, but that's the game.
Yeah, and it's happened on both sides forever, and that's just it. And
years.
And you know what? Brady threw 3 interceptions, and Rodgers had 3 times to take the lead, and he didn't. Yeah,
so. And it wasn't just because of the one call, guys. It just wasn't. It wasn't because of, and you can't say it was because of all the other missed calls that the Bucs or that the refs didn't call, because there was a lot on the other side too. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to put that to rest. Ren, with that, there is a game on right now that is very, very important to our future up here in the immediate. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to go watch that game. Tell the folks where they can talk to you this week or the next 2 weeks, really, on the internet.
Best place you can find me is studying culture on Twitter at Rendax, REN_DAXT. I'm always down to talk Buccaneers football, but if you don't want to put your tweet out there because it's too hot for the Twitterverse, feel free to slide in my DMs, and I will talk culture or Buccaneers football there with you as well, too.
You need to study culture. I'd recommend starting with the book The Advantage by Patrick Lencioni.
Sure.
And if you guys want to get in touch with me, you can find me at Brent Allen Live across all the social medias. And the show is at the Pewtercast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can email us to thepewtercast@gmail.com. You can subscribe. Hit the subscribe button now because, guys, I'm going to tell you something right now. You never know. And
Skulls and swords.
When Ren and I are just going to go live.
Skulls and swords.
There's not going to be Ren. This is not going to be like a normal scheduled thing. Like we may go live every day. Probably
Skulls
not.
and swords.
Oh, Skulls and Swords. Oh, quick. Okay, quick. Skulls and Swords. What you got?
I'm giving my sword to SMB because you know he deserves it. He's earned it, especially these past few weeks. This is almost like a playoff award for Sean Murphy Bunting so far. Even though he did have a pass interference penalty that wasn't called that turned into an interception.
He did.
And I will give my, who do I give my skull to? I'll give my skull to Brady, Ronald Jones, Mike Evans. I'm gonna give my skull to Jeff in chat.
There you go.
For being such a huge crybaby, coming into another team's podcast and say that all in caps all the time that it was robbed, and the NFL has to put Brady in and all that stuff.
Jeff, the phone number and the link has been playing. You could come in and actually talk to us and have the conversation if you want, buddy. But it's too late now. Oh, I should take that out because we're closing at the show. My skull, no sword. My sword. That's sword. My sword.
Jeff.
That's the good one. My sword's going to Vita Vea. Vita Vea came in and he freed up everybody else, and he came back.
Yeah.
So Vita Vea is getting my sword because of really, I think, what he meant to everything else going around. And that's funny. Sorry, something happened in the chat room that I can't repeat. And my skull is going to the water boy. Because no, you know who's getting my skull is the guy who tried to put the parka on Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady was like, "Get that shit off me," because I'm going back out there to go work.
Do you
That's
know
who
who's-
my skull's going.
Do you know who the name of that Buccaneer employee was?
I don't usually like to shout it out, but his name's Charles. So
I thought it was Jeff. Jeff Brandy.
Jeff Brandy, yeah.
Jeff Brandy.
Yeah. And hey, listen, for whatever it's worth, because apparently I'd never heard of this person before in my life, but apparently she was a very, very big deal to the Buccaneers team, the Buccaneers players. She's been around since '76. Jill Hobbs, important person with the organization, passed away this week. I don't know what from or what the details of that were, and I don't really need to know. But condolences to her family and to the Buccaneers family that she had an impact. And I did have this one thought though, where they said she'd been around since '76. I wonder if she's the one who said that Bucko Bruce was hot. That created,
And that's how we got him.
And that's how we got. I wonder if she was the one, because she would have been like really young back then. I just wonder. I don't know if that's the case, and I'm not trying to make a joke out of that. That was the thought that came to my head just since she's been around for so long. But condolences to her and the organization and everybody that she impacted. Sounds like she was a fantastic lady for
Agreed.
that. All right, I already talked about all the other stuff. I'm going to get out of here because I really do want to go see this game. Thanks to everybody who's dropped your swords.
It's halftime.
If you guys are interested, I don't care. I need to go watch the game though. I gotta go. If you guys are interested, go check out the chat room at the YouTube channel. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell icon because you never know when we might go live over the next 2 weeks. Because truthfully, Ren and I don't know when we're going to go live over the next 2 weeks. We'll figure that out as we go. But until next time, guys, we'll close this show out. Got one more time of these guys. Go Bucks!